Now, at that time, I was 34 years old. I was overweight. I was drinking. My writing was going nowhere. I mean, I'd written some textbooks, but it was just the kind of writing that I really wanted to do. I was in a relationship that wasn't working at all. I was basically on a involuntary suicide mission, the way I was living my life. You know, I wouldn't have lived another 10 years probably. So anyway, my life was pretty much out of control. I was a writer, but I wasn't writing the way I wanted to write. In my relationships, I wasn't very happy. I was overweight, out of shape, and so on. I left New Orleans, flew back to New York, and drove, and then got on an airplane and flew down to Fort Lauderdale, and rented an apartment at the Spindrift Motel on A1A in Fort Lauderdale, Florida in 1974, in September. And in 14 days, that's how long I had there, I wrote a book from cover to cover called Your Erroneous Zones, which became the #1 selling book of the entire decade of the 70s, and today has probably 100 million copies in print all over the world in something like 47 languages. Everything in my life changed. When I got rid of the hatred, the anger, the bitterness. Mark Twain said that forgiveness is the fragrance that the violet sheds on the heel that has crushed it. It's being able to send love. It's being able to have love in your heart. He was my greatest teacher, because if I hadn't been able to get that rage, that hatred, that anger out of me, my life would have continued on that path. Everything shifted in my life. I started running. I got into, a real good exercise routine. I gave up drinking. I got into a beautiful relationship. My writing took off. Erroneous Zones became, the next one was Pulling Your Own Strings, and today it's 41 books later, and I can attribute all of that to forgiveness, so that if you've got something in your heart that's anything other than love, you got to get it.